Folks, I'm going to tell you 5 quick facts about black bull markets. Now, did you know, number 1, they're New Zealand FMA regulated? Number 2, did you know they have a copy trading service where you can either be a signal provider or copy signals? And number 3, did you know they've got over 26,000 tradable assets, including Forex, crypto, stocks, indices, and even more? And number 4, did you know they offer 500 to 1 leverage? And number 5, if you open up an account today and trade 1 lot a month, they're going to give you TradingView Pro for free. Check them out, Black Bull Markets.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the stream today. My name is Zach. I am an aspiring profitable trader, meaning I'm kind of stuck and working towards getting out of the drawdown for this challenge. I am, truth be told, I'm simultaneously bummed that I'm not already out of drawdown, but at the same time, I think this experience is helping me to learn quite a bit, so it's definitely good. Let's see, get my charts up for you, like so. Colors are getting crazy. I got too many boxes showing gaps that I'm watching. So, okay, so how's everybody doing? It's, I'm kind of tired. I was at a concert last night, which was pretty cool. Propaganda was the name of the kind of hip hop, poetry, rap type concert, which is not my normal thing, but I really like Propaganda, so I went. He was in my town, so I went and saw. Pretty good, really good show. Trying to think of where I want to start this morning. I watched these three markets here. I got Euro USD, USD JPY, and the SPX index. I'm trading with significantly reduced risk as I've been challenged with figuring out my drawdown and working to get through all that. So don't risk very much. I don't need to get to a place where I feel like I can put more risk back on. I can protect my account while I'm doing that. I am trading the (2022) ICT mentorship model. Up until this week, I had a kind of a 4-step entry thing that was something I based on my own back testing that turned out was very similar to 2022 ICT mentorship model. And so if you've watched before on this stream, then I on the Forex pairs, I had these like moving averages and stuff. And after just doing some analyzing and getting through a few more of the videos, I've pulled that off, and I'm gonna be working on key levels more than just looking for a trend filter like I was using the moving averages for. So no more moving averages, which I like. And my most favorite trading is just kind of even not even with any gaps or anything outlined. So even this is a little bit busy for me from my favorite trading time periods. So I'm actually bearish on all three of these, which tells me that I'm very likely wrong on one of them because I feel like a couple of them work together and one of them is kind of inverse. One thing that I was looking at for bias wise, so this is the daily chart for this S&P index here. Because of this big move, it's probably easier to see actually maybe on 1 hour or something. There we go, that's a little bit easier. So this area here is the beginning of the session. News dropped about an hour ago, and this big spike came way down here and didn't have any desire to stay down here is kind of what it looks like to me. So it dropped below this level, taking out any liquidity. I think this is probably switched to bullish for the day. So that's what I'll be watching. I have my little note here. It says, and this might be the end of the bearishness. So I'll be watching that. Because of that news and that big whippy range here from the last hour, I'll be kind of probably sitting back for a little bit to see what happens, see what kind of move forms here in the first 30 minutes or so. You can see the Euro USD and the USD JPY both have big whip candles too from the news release, taking up an entire range. But I'll just go through kind of top down and show you what I'm looking at. I will say that if you weren't here at the very beginning of the video, I'm an aspiring profitable trader. So please don't take any of my verbal processing on this live stream as what you should specifically do for trading. You can feel free to certainly ask me questions. I like to consider and work through those questions. So feel free to put the questions out there. I'm going to do this. I'm going to strip out all my shapes and lines. All right. So I'm bearish here. You may be thinking why? Because we had this green day that ended up being bigger bodied. I don't know. There's a handful of things I think could be bullish about it, but the main thing I actually look at is the gap move down. So you can start seeing on the 4 hour. So look at this. This is not only a fair value gap in the bodies. Actually, this would be the fair value gap in the bodies, or in the wicks. But it also is a body gap. So essentially just a giant imbalance all the way from here to the open of the next candle. So let's see if we can get it to be visible very well here. It's kind of ugly, but oh well, you get the idea. It's a big imbalance. So I think there could be one more attempt towards the top here. These equal highs. So there's that as a possibility, but I think ultimately we'll end up finishing bearish today. So you can see it already has that big whip candle already closed in the fair value gap portion of things, or like if you look at this time frame, it's the whole gap. So that's where I'm at with this one. I think I'll wait until I see something happen below these guys down here. Actually drew it straight. That's cool. So I'll be watching this one for move lower. To the euro. Okay, euro. I'll do the same thing. I'll strip out my lines. Start looking down here. All right, so my thought here is price has already filled in yesterday. I should say nearly filled in. This, oh, I don't like the yellow. Let's go back to purple. All right, a little softer on the eyes for me. Okay, so daily fair value gap there. I think I did want to keep this one in mind as well as a possibility. I don't think for today, but I think just keep that in mind for future analytics. So anyways, I think yesterday's move put in a pretty good attempt to balance that out, this gap. So I think there is a chance we'll see another move to don't know about up there, but these ones are even closer in proximity, almost equal. So those two areas might be a reach before it moves back down. So that's my thought there. Already rebalanced or nearly rebalanced and has the opportunity to come back down for taking this guy out down at the bottom. All right, so watching that for an attempt up at these guys at the top, and then a move down lower to where I can look for an entry. Put in my daily lines. The black line is New York open. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so I already talked about the S&P version. It's broken above now, so this might be the first one I have the opportunity to look for a trade in. Get rid of that one. I think that's helpful now that it's fully closed. So we have a 15-minute gap along from this move yesterday that we're just approaching here. Keep that in mind. So if I have an opportunity to set a target, I'll keep that in mind. There's my new, that makes more sense. Okay. So something I do need to keep in mind is opening 9:30 candle could be a juice swing. Just kind of like a fake move to take folks out, grab liquidity. So currently everything's watching on the 5-minute chart. It's pretty small to be able to see that. So So this is the, let me look at one real quick. Yeah, it's pretty similar. All right, I'm going to drop down to 1 minute on here, noting this gap formed just below equilibrium, 50% of the move. I like that there's an attempt at a lower here, just below this little mini consolidation. I like that. That actually helps me think that the bearish move is done, along with the big one down here. So I am going to look for an entry once it comes down to this area. So something I'm going to be testing out as I go here is, as much as I like the idea of a limit entry and getting in long on a down close and getting in short on a up close candle, I am going to be waiting for a confirmation candle after it gets into the zone. So a couple things I have picked out for confirmation is just a full engulfing candle happening somewhere within the range that I've specified. Yeah, so if it gets down here, puts in a wick and engulfs up, that'll be entry instead of trying to pick it at a spot on the way down. I may miss some entries that way, but I think I'll be more confident about stop placement and timing. I think it will help me in the way that I think about things. So I will have to pay a little bit more attention. I can't just set an order and go on to other activities. Right. I have decided that I'm going to be updating my YouTube channel again with kind of my video journals. I was doing it for a while, and I think during this challenge I've realized that it's something I still need to be doing, because the Wednesday morning stream is helping a lot in terms of getting my thoughts out of my head. And so I will be posting to geez, let me push the right button. I'll be posting to my channel for updates of my thought processes for trades and entries and exits. So if that's something you'd be interested in, you could check it out. I'm gonna put the name here in a banner for you guys, gals, whoever you might be. And there you go. So at Moz and Rust Trading. That is my channel that I'll be working on adding videos to. Yeah, so if you want to check it out, it'd be great. Post comments, give me feedback. This is kind of what I'm trying to do, is get out of my own head and, not be the only one that sees what I see and hears, when I'm in my own head, I can come up with excuses for why to take a trade. And so I should probably specify I do not use any other social, so YouTube. There we go. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else taking any trades this morning or this evening, whatever it is for you? It's always fun to see what other people see. Anyone else in any trades right now? Any trades? Any trades? Even on limit entry, I wouldn't have gotten in yet on this one. So I need an entry that's below the 50%. So within this one gap, it would be possible to get entry. It just needs to tag it below there first. Maybe even use this little consolidation kind of order blocky thing there. But it went not quite to the equilibrium of the run. Anyone in any trades right now? Nobody. Nobody's in a trade. Just kind of sketchy with the big news candles. It'd be cool to see here is a wick candle below this one here, the only one that came into the gap. Just kind of a wick down and then close back inside the body of this gap. That'd be neat. Oops. Quite ready yet though. But if this is a driving move back above the old high, the top of where my fib is anchored, then that's when I can start looking for something new. Oh, you know what? I was just thinking about I had a frustrating moment earlier this week. I had a trade on, I think it was UJ. It what day was it? Yesterday. Anyways, I had a dummy moment where I had a trade in the afternoon session and I got busy doing other stuff and the swap took me out. My stop out like super low, super can't think of the word right now. slippaged. Must be in euro. See if I can find it. It was terrible though. It was far beyond what it was supposed to be. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Which way did it go? There we go. Yeah, I just got in long here looking for a move up back up, and my stop was like here, something like down here. So some let's just call it 75 points, and it ended up being 3 times that. So lesson learned, don't forget to close your trade before the end of the session, or at least temporarily alleviate your stops so they don't get you out during the swap over spread. Lesson learned. So with small risk, it's a bummer to do that. It's a bummer to do it with big risk, I imagine. Probably worse now that I think about what I just said. Well, I'm going to make this guy big. This is the only one I'm anywhere close on considering something on. So with that big down close candle, I need to be pretty well convinced that there's a reason to get in long. And my reason right now would be to see a wick down below the top of this order block. So wick down here, small body engulfing, and then I'll get in. A little lower, not quite there yet though. Again, I want to see a move down below this lower red line. Preferably red body candle with a golfing bar at next. Go. Move is lower than the order block level. I don't know if I can call it an order block with how little the candles are, but it's set up like an order block. I don't know. That's not my mind to decide. Well, it's forming well, so I'm going to put in my stop lines. And we got a little less than 30 seconds on the entry candle. So if this closes above the one candle back here, then that equals entry for me. The red line here will calculate stop loss and risk down to that level. And there we go. Trying to go in. Not working. What's going on? Oh, I have algo off for some reason. Huh. There we go. There we go. I'm in right there. Stop loss down below. You can see it, I have it set to offset by spread. So I can choose a level and then have it be at least safe from the woes of Spreadville. All right, so looking at target there. 3R, or 3 times the, no, I guess that would be twice the move. I'm using the wrong fib levels, but under the high, so it's a achievable, but still up towards the high that's there, looking back towards previous day. So I'm gonna get that out of there. Previously, I would have been trailing my stop at every R level increment of my position. No longer doing that. I'm trying to learn to base it more off of where price is likely to go. So this trade is active. It is a long trade on the S&P index. Logic, just to throw it out there again, speak it. Let me know if you have any questions, or even if you think it's stupid idea, that's fine too. Was looking originally at the 5-minute break above level here, and not just a wick, but actually, pretty big move up above. So within that move, I look for a gap below the equilibrium of the move. Equilibrium being 50% of, whoops, where'd that come from? Oh, that's Mount Stop line. That's weird. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. Equilibrium being 50% of the move that went above, broke. So you can see this gap is kind of within equilibrium. I did not enter here, but this I've decided recently that I'll be waiting for a confirmation candle, which I got right there. So wick below the order block. If you're watching, that's what I was looking for, as well as a green close candle. So green close candle above. I guess that one's equal. And that was the entry. Stop was below here, assuming that this was at, when it happened, a liquidity grab, kind of Judas swing right at the open. And so now I believe we have room to go higher. So let me know what you think about that idea. I'm wrong a lot. So don't think that this is idea for quick riches, that's for sure. But the reason I'm on here doing this stream is so that I can process through, I can consider and think, and hopefully get feedback, although nobody's super excited about putting comments in today, so it's a little quiet, other than my voice, my morning voice. I will say I've been pretty discouraged at times, and one of those times is lately in trading, because I've actually been working on becoming consistently profitable for several years now. So it's always a little bit frustrating too. Not be there yet, but if there's one thing that trading is teaching me, I shouldn't say has taught me because I'm still learning, but is teaching me is patience. And I like to trade short time frame, but even within that, I must learn to be patient, which is part of the reason I'm looking at these confirming candles as my entry point, because otherwise I find lots of opportunities to put limit orders in and then let them hit and go right to stop. So I'll be feeling like I can move my stop to protect once we get a run above here, not just a little touch, but a solid move. All right, it's not that level. It magneted to the wrong candle. There we go. That's where I'm at there. So that's my idea. Oh, I got a like. That's pretty cool. Someone must like all the colors. The colors are so bad today with the overlapping boxes. That's funny. That's all right. It'd be cool to get some engagement in the comments though. So let's see. Just do that. Something simple. Let's put some comments out there. Let's get some questions going. I'll do my best to answer everything, trading or otherwise. All right, you guys think about questions, put them in the comments. I'm going to run and fill up my coffee and check back in just a moment. Alrighty, I'm back and trade's in negative territory now. Thanks, Reggie. Appreciate it. Well, let's see. WOG question was that what is bias after CPI? I don't pay attention to the actual financial information, but where I started out bearish for today, after this move at CPI, I switched to bullish. So, or I don't want to. Yeah. Anyways, I figured that it was the end of the bearishness. So, just got stopped out though. It's a bummer. But gives me an opportunity to learn. We have a unfinished business, I guess, down here. So it almost got to like a one to one, but not quite. So I'll have to give this one a little bit longer and see what the decision is, what the price looks like here. And bias on the forex pairs I'm looking at, like, I'm not going to change anything on them just because the CPI news drop candle is just like total indecision. Is kind of what it looks like to me. It's like right in the middle of the bodies are right in the middle of the range, and the wicks go up and down, and I don't know. That doesn't give me any good feelings about making a decision. So temptation here is to use this gap, which is within the premium, or I guess discount going short. Premium, I guess no, it's still called premium of the move south. So to look at that, and then drop in here and use that as an entry. Just have to decide if this whole range is just kind of rangy. It's not very directional. Let's see what this is here. Refinery utilization rate change. I'm not worried about that. It's a displacement move. It's got pretty good move below. My only problem is I think you still may want to go up above one of these levels here. So what I'll do in this situation, not just wait for an engulfing bar, but look for a nested or fractaled image of this pattern here. So you can see it's this displacing move down on a 5-minute chart, left a gap. It's come up into that area, and we'll see if it might just want to keep going. But what I mean by a fractal setup is the similar pattern happening within the 1-minute chart. So big displacing move with the fair value gap, and then enter in within the new gap that's formed on the 1-minute chart. So it'd have to be a move that comes down from here pretty low, something like that, along with a, this is not the best drawing tool for putting my idea out, along with a touchback up here, and then try to take it lower down towards this level here. But I won't be entering just based on this one gap here. I would need to have a new 1-minute setup form within the bigger picture. So that would be a bearish idea there. This guy's just not really pushing below the previous low right here, short-term low on the 5-minute, to give me any indication that it's gonna do a bearish pullback and bearish move. So Switching back to 5-minute here on the S&P. So this might be on the USD JPY, might be beginning of what I was talking about as far as a displacing move lower. Get some movement to the downside here. Why is that all green? Oh, it's because it's in within this gap. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that. So let's see if it shows up on the. Yep, too much. Too bright. Okay. So it has dropped below 2 short-term lows in terms of this guy right there. Stop. There it is. That one and that one. And too many lines now. Okay. All right, so it's made the move lower. It's got a gap up, equilibrium. So I can get my stop line ready. I think it'd be even better if we did get a little bit lower before looking for the. There we go. Good. Good, good, good. So those are the short-term lows that need to break for me to consider this. Just gonna get them out of there. So after this move that failed to get higher here, I will look to see if there's a bearish option again on this on the S&P. This is USD JPY. I'm looking at a potential short coming up into this smaller gap. Can change the color so you can see it. And again, I am in a process of my trading where I'm waiting for. It doesn't have too much. Waiting for confirmation candles. So what that means for me in this situation is a move up into or closing this imbalance with an engulfing candle to the downside. Downside. My voice is still in morning mode. Oh, go away thing. Okay, almost there. Started to enter the gap there. I really like this concept of nested gaps. So this is the 5-minute gap here. This kind of darker plum colored one, I think is what it's called. This lighter one is the 1-minute gap that just formed on this down move here. So then if after the next candle we get a red candle closes down to here, and that's my entry. Stop is set up here above. I can actually probably bring it in a little bit tighter because if it drops, I think it's gonna drop pretty quick. Wait for the close of the candle though. I'm not going to do it just if it drops below because it can change so quickly. It's 20 seconds left in the candle. That one's getting a more convincing move lower. Five seconds is probably not going to be an engulfing bar, so there's no entry here. New candle coming in here shortly. Now it could be another good time for a engulfing candle down. Again, I'll wait till the end of the candle. This one here was looking like it was going to be an engulfer, but it did not make it. But my stop line is the red line up above. I don't actually need the blue line because it's a limit entry line. So it'll place my stop there plus the size of the spread. Hey, what's up? Valve ZBDW, what's up? Thanks for being here. All right, so no entry candle yet. Just keep watching. So the USD JPY is on a 1-minute chart. These other two are on 5-minute charts just to see a little bit more of the bigger picture. Big picture. Here we go. I'm gonna get that out of there. It's not making the colors good. There we go. That's a little better. Think I've got to watch here. This is my main watch right now. It's unlikely, I think, but it's possible this candle closes as an engulfing with the topping tail, which is I'm good with that too. It's a good sign. Oop. That's interesting. Candle came in like 3 seconds before the minute change. That was weird. New candle coming in. This might be our red candle we've been waiting for. Well, my red candle, not yours. I hate when I do that. Say we instead of I during a live stream. As in, you're thinking the same as me, and that's not what I want at all. I am looking for a big red candle. And at this point, with the small, tidy little range, I'm looking for probably a 2-bar engulfer, but we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. There's one. $20. See if we can get down below 2 or 3. Cancel out a couple of them green bars. So this is going to be a tight stop. Coming in to close a candle and enter short right there. Followed my process, waited for the candle, have a reason. The stop is small enough to where it helps me to realize that like it's a small stop, sure. But it's also, it's like if it goes up there, I'm okay being wrong. Like that's kind of what I'm trying to do with my stop. So it could be that with the structure of the day, it goes up and takes out this level or this level and then goes lower. I don't know. But what I'm practicing is being okay with being wrong and learning to view whatever the next move is, regardless of being right or wrong. So intermediate term low, I'm going to look for a move below for stop to break even. All right. Anything changed here? I think that gap is right in the equilibrium area, a little bit in the premium, which is good. I'm not curious about calling it a premium when it's a short setup or if it's a that doesn't really matter. Above 50%. I don't think at this point I'm convinced of this being a setup to trade. But I'll watch it. I like to see how they form and stuff. So stop. Oh no, stop sign. There it is. Might get hit though. Uh, 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 uh. Right there. It's gonna pop. It's gonna pop right after the 30 seconds mark here right now. Pop, 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 pop. I don't want it to actually. So let's say it's gonna go down. Look at that. I'm not in the clear by any means, but that got really close. You see that? Actually gives me a new short-term low comes in right there. Can't see the entry very well, but it's right there where that red arrow is now. Let's try to make the colors on my screen easy to see on the live stream, and I can't figure out how to change the color of where the order is for the where the actual position line is. You can see over here it shows sell 0.37 and then the little red arrow right here. Oof. This is looking like a stop out, folks. There it goes. No. There it goes. No. There it goes. No. Sheesh. It's toying with me. Just finish. No, I'd rather have it go to profit than stop out actually. So it doesn't have to finish if it wants to toy with me longer. All right. I'm gonna be I will be wrapping up here shortly for the day. You guys can, if you're not already, you should subscribe to the Trading Nut channel. It's This is the channel that I'm on here, and it's Cam's done an awesome job of providing a lot of content for traders and a lot of inspiration and good resources. So subscribe to his channel. If you want to keep an eye on some of my video journal entries, I'm going to be updating my channel as well. There it goes. Stopped me out. All done. So yeah, you should get subscribed to Cam's channel. Do him good on all the work that he does. My channel is, I'll look at it here. I'll put it in the little. There you go. You can head over there to look at my journal entries for trade ideas and entries and exits. I just kind of go over my thoughts, kind of like I do here. It's not live, but you can still get a look at it. And comment there. Give me some feedback. Give me some ideas. Give me some scoldings. Whatever you think would be good. But it's cool to see when people see it, because that is why I want to do it. I want to do it not to get myself outside of my thought vacuum of my own mind. So take a look if you want. Little recap for today is 2 losing trades. First one was a long on the S&P. Geez, if I can click my mouse in the right spot. That was right here. Looking at this gap and order block for a long in there. You can see it started moving up, but then needed to go lower still. So might just be a choppy day, and I think I'm going to sit out for the rest of it. So that was the one, that was first trade, and then you saw the other one close out here, short on the USD JPY, using this displacement to move and gap return, and finally got the engulfing candle up here. But it's finishing some business up here. So it's inside of this order block. So I may, let me think about this here. I may, let me let this form here really quick. I may be okay getting in one more time. Clear. It's good. It would need to be a pretty good size move below. Yeah, I'm trying not to just be a what do you call it? Try not to be excited about taking trades. I'm trying not to overtrade. There you go. But what I was describing earlier about just taking the stop out when it comes, because I know that like I can reconsider as candles keep forming. Need one more candle down, I think, before I can feel good about looking for an entry here. So this low is broken. Short-term low is broken. It's coming back up. So what that does is it creates another low here. That could also be level to displace below. We'll see. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna shut the stream down for now. It's been over an hour now, and I'm gonna go for my walk with my wife. Yeah, you can head over to my channel if you want to take a look and see if I ended up finding a trade in here. We'll go from there. So thanks for watching today, guys. Again, subscribe to Cam's channel, Trading Nut. Like the video if you can. I think it helps him out. Not necessarily for me, but for him. He puts a lot of work into it, so help him out. See you guys next week. Farewell.